Good morning students, this is PK sir, your chemistry sir, welcoming you to the next part of chapter solution, class 12th NCERT chemistry. The unit 2.6.4 osmosis and osmotic pressure. In the whole unit I will be using OP for osmotic pressure. Okay, so please take care about that abbreviation, osmotic pressure for OP. Okay, so from the last video or before the last video we are discussing about the colligative properties, and colligative properties are those properties of solutions which depends upon the number of particles of solute, Okay, so in that connection, in that series, the next colligative property we are discussing here, that is osmotic pressure. Okay, next in the previous two colligative properties, that what you call that delta TB is directly proportional to molality. Delta TB is directly proportional to molality, and then if we remove that proportionality constant, then we can get one constant, and that constant is called Kb and then small m. So this was the second colligative property, elevation in boiling temperature, and then the third one was delta TF, that is equal to Kf into m. This was the expression for third colligative property, that is lowering of freezing point, okay, or depression in freezing point. Okay, so in this case that Kb and Kf, they are two constants. Okay, they are two constants, and in your textbook two expressions are given for this Kb and Kf. There are two expressions given, they are directly given. Okay, there is no derivation in the textbook, and you need not worry about the derivation. Simply you have to prepare them by heart, okay, by just formula. Okay, so in this first Kb, that is constant, ebullioscopic constant, the first one is Rm1TIT square. Okay, the first formula is Rm1TB square upon 1000 into, this expression is without any derivation. Okay, so you have to prepare it as it is, delta fusion of enthalpy of fusion. Okay, in the same way here it is Rm1TF square upon 1000 into enthalpy of vaporization. So these are two expressions for the calculations of Kb. Although there has been no question asked on these two formulas in CBSE exams, but CBSE is unpredictable, so you also should get ready, you should be prepared for such type of questions. Okay, suppose in the question, in particular question, that delta TB is given, molality is given, Kb is not given, but the information, but the data is given, okay, like this one and this one, then you should know that what is the way how to calculate the value of Kb, and then this Kb value can be put in our original formula. Okay, so this is the important point, you should know, you should learn it. Okay, in this case what is R? R is the universal gas constant. Okay, let me ask one question. R is a gas constant. R is here gas constant, universal gas constant. What is the value of R? I am asking what is the value of R. I am asking in 3 units, in 3 different units. Let me see how many of you are writing. Okay, so all your answers you write in the comment section. What are the 3 values in 3 different in three different units. Okay, value of R. Next, now start the topic. Before this one, whatever we have discussed before this part, whatever we have discussed, you can see the previous parts, previous videos in the I button. Okay, so do watch all the previous parts for better understanding of this part. Otherwise, you will not get what is happening in this one. Okay, what is colligative property and what is this delta TB, what is KB, what is KF, what is molality. All these things we have discussed in the previous parts. Okay, now first of all, what is osmosis? So before discussion of osmosis, one word is there, that is called diffusion. What is diffusion? Just I am telling the example of diffusion. Okay, see, if you are spraying deodorant on your body or your body surface, then after within 5 seconds the fragrance or the smell or the odor of that deo reaches to the next corner or in the whole your area, whole room, or what you have, that home. What is the reason of this one, or what physical process is involved in this case? Okay, second example is when you or your mom or anyone is cooking food in the kitchen, then because of smell, because of food smell, you easily come to know that yes, this is being cooked in the kitchen. That is also due to the physical process diffusion. Next example is when you light scent sticks, agarbatti, then the fragrance reaches all over the part of house, home. Again, that is because of the diffusion. Okay, so all these things suggest one thing, that is diffusion. So you should know the definition of diffusion. What is diffusion? The movement of particles from I am using concentration in this way. So the movement of particles from higher concentration, if you are not getting concentration, then it is quantity, from higher quantity to lower quantity or concentration, lower quantity or lower concentration, that is known as diffusion. This is the relation. This is the this is the definition, okay, which you have to learn. Now we are coming to the next part, osmotic pressure. What is the meaning of osmotic pressure? Now before going to the definition or the explanation part of osmosis, there are certain examples that raw mango shrivel in saline water, okay. Then next, blood cells if you put blood cells in there, again high concentrated solution, high concentrated solution, then collapsing takes place, collapsing of blood cells takes place. So these are the some examples which are given in your textbook. Okay, now what is the reason behind all these things is important for us, and that important thing is or the phenomenon which is connected with this is called osmosis. Okay, that is called osmosis. Diffusion part is here over. Okay, next day these are examples, or you can say also wilted flowers. When you put wilted flowers in water, then they become fresh, and that what you call that fluffy, or they come into the normal condition. That is, so all these indications, all these examples are taking place because of this phenomenon. So what is this? Let us start. Yes, so we were discussing about osmosis. Some examples I mentioned on the board, and then what is the logic behind this one? Okay, so osmosis is what? Simply just let us understand this concept with the help of one diagram. I have two containers which are connected. In the left container I have taken solution. And in the right container I have taken solvent. Pure solvent, that is water. Okay, and now here I have put one piston for pressure. In the same way, here also the piston is there. Okay, that is the piston. Now what happens? Okay, in this process, when the two containers are connected, now what is this one? This is called one membrane. And it is called SPM, semi-permeable membrane. Okay, now what is the meaning of this one? See, there are certain membranes. Actually there are, let us classify the membranes. First of all, what is membrane? Membrane is a separation. Membrane is a layer which separates two different things. Okay, for example, on our body surface, the skin is a membrane. Okay, this skin will not allow the outside particles to enter inside the body. Okay, but on the other hand, our water particles or water molecules in the form of sweat, they can come out. Okay, and along with that sweat particles or that water molecules, solute particles like excess salt is also coming out of the body. Okay, in the form of sweat. Here this is skin, this is a membrane, So there are certain membranes. First category membrane includes which allow all the movement, whether it is solute or solvent. Okay, next membrane, that is which allows only the movement of some selected particles, that is called semi-permeable membrane. Semi means half, generally semi means half, permeable means allowing movement, and membrane as membrane. So in this case what will happen, the movement of solvent, that water molecules, here we are taking water, so the movement of solvent, that is water molecule, will take place, the movement of water molecules will take place from which side to which side, from which side to which side, from solvent, pure solvent to the solution, from solution to the, from solvent to the solution side. Okay, now this is called osmosis, this is called osmosis, the movement of solvent particles. In case here we are talking about water, so the movement of water molecules from its a higher concentration to its a lower concentration, the movement of water molecules from its a higher concentration to its a lower concentration. Okay, that is called osmosis, that is called osmosis. So along with the so due to this one, the process of osmosis takes place. Okay, now the next question is there, that up to what time this movement of solvent particles or solvent molecules will take place? The answer is once the concentration of this container and this container becomes equal, once the concentration of both containers becomes equal, then the process osmosis will get stopped. Okay, so this is the osmosis. This process, that is a physical process, is called osmosis. So what is the definition of osmosis? The movement of solvent particles or solvent molecules through SPM from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Now when we are saying higher concentration, means we are talking about the concentration of solvent. In this case the concentration of solvent is more in this container. In this container the concentration of solvent is less. But when we are saying simply concentration, then we are saying when we have to use that low concentration, because in this case there is no solute and here it is high concentration. So the movement of solvent particles or water molecules from lower concentration to higher concentration, that is called osmosis. Okay, now in this case what is the similarity with the diffusion? Means what is the similarity of osmosis, what is the similarity between osmosis and diffusion? Okay, in osmosis what I was saying, that the movement of particles from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Here also the movement of water molecules from its higher concentration to its lower concentration. Okay, so in one way the osmosis and diffusion are similar. Okay, now if you put some excess pressure, let this excess pressure to be denoted by pi, and plus P atm is already there, atmospheric pressure, here it is also P atm. P atm is common. Okay, in both the cases P atm, that is atmospheric pressure, that is common. Okay, now in this case we are applying excess pressure, more pressure in the form of pi. Because of that pressure the movement of particles, the movement of solvent particles will get stopped. So the amount of this excess pressure is called osmotic pressure. Okay, now what is the definition of osmotic pressure? The the pressure which is applied on a system, the pressure which is applied on a system that stops the flow of solvent particles, stops the flow of solvent particle or water molecules. That pressure is called osmotic pressure, OP. Okay, since it is also pressure, so the unit of pressure is similar to that the normal pressure, ATM, atmospheric unit. Okay, atmospheric pressure, that is the similar unit with the same thing. Okay, now when we are talking about osmotic pressure, then we are using the word concentration of the solution. We are using the word concentration of the solution. So concentration of solution means what? Osmotic pressure is a colligative property. Osmotic pressure is a colligative property because it depends upon the number of solute molecules, okay, and at a given temperature, at a given temperature T, at a given temperature T. We are denoting that osmotic pressure with the symbol pi. Okay, pi is directly proportional to C. What is C? Temperature is also there, so temperature, but that is constant. Pi is directly proportional to C. Okay, now what is C? That is, C is concentration. So if you remove the proportional constant, then you get R and then C. Okay, at constant temperature, if temperature is changing, then it becomes this one, pi is equal to RCT. If you just arrange it in the funny way, it becomes CRT. Pi is equal to CRT, where C is a concentration of solution, R is again the same universal gas constant, and the T temperature of the solution. Okay, here if it is constant, if it is written given temperature, then it means that temperature is constant. Okay, pi is equal to CRT, that expression for osmotic pressure. Now what is concentration? Concentration is what? Number of moles of solute in 1 liter volume. So here moles of solute we are using that notation 2. Remember the previous classes. And number of moles of solute upon volume of a solution present in solution, and then R and then T. This V is 1 liter, V is in liter. If this V is not in liter, then we have to convert that whatever in the other unit into liter. Okay, now how to calculate mole N2? How to calculate N2? N2 is what? Number of moles of solute. How to convert this one? Simply given mass, that is W2 upon its molar mass, that is M2. This is V, this is R, this is T. This is the final expression. This is the final expression in which V is in the form of liter. Osmotic pressure, the expression for osmotic pressure is W2. What is that W2? That given mass, the given mass of solute into our universal gas constant, temperature at which we are performing this experiment, M2 molar mass of that solute, and V volume in liter. So this is the expression for osmotic pressure. With the help of this expression, you can easily calculate the value of osmotic pressure for a particular solution or a given solution. Okay, now 1, 2, this is constant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 parameters in this expression. 4 parameters will be given in the question, and 5th one, generally this is asked, M2. So you should know the expression for M2, or you should know how to make it in the form of M2. Just simply you take it in the left side, then this becomes a W2 RT upon here pi and here V. Okay, this is the expression for what you call molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute. So by using this formula we can easily calculate the molar mass of the solute. Now what is the use of this osmotic pressure as a colligative property? So in exams also this question is asked. Okay, especially in competitive exams like NEET or IIT JEE Advanced or Mains, that which of the following property, what is the question, which of the colligative property is used to determine the molar masses of macromolecules? What is macromolecule? In our syllabus one chapter is there, biomolecules. We will be discussing in that chapter also biomolecules. Okay, so macromolecule means what? A molecule whose molar mass is more than 10,000 U. U is unified mass. Okay, more than 10,000. So that is called macromolecule. So the molar mass of macromolecules like proteins, like enzymes, okay, that is calculated with the help of this colligative property, and the name of this colligative property is osmotic pressure. Okay, so we should remember the application part of this colligative property also. Okay, now there are three types of solutions on the basis of osmotic pressure. What are these three? Let us see. Yes, so the types of solutions, just I am making 3 columns simply for the understanding. In the middle it is isotonic solution. Here I am using hypotonic solution, and here I am using hypertonic solution. Isotonic solution is meaning of isotonic solution. Simply, if the concentration of two solutions is equal, then these two solutions are called isotonic solutions. Okay, now what is hypotonic solution? If the concentration of any solution is relatively low with respect to this one, then that is called hypotonic solution. And if the concentration of the solution is relatively more, then it becomes a hypertonic solution. So for example, one container I have, in that container one solution is there, and I have in the same way another container. In that container also I have one solution. Here the value of osmotic pressure is pi 1, and in the second case the value of osmotic pressure is pi 2. If pi 1 and pi 2 is equal, then we can say that this solution and this solution are isotonic solution. Okay, now here I have taken another one. just you see here, the solution is containing, the container is containing a solution whose osmotic pressure is pi 4. Where is pi 3? Here it is pi 3. This is pi 3. Pi 1, pi 2 are equal. Okay, if the concentration of this solution, that is pi 4, so if pi 4 is greater than pi 1 or pi 2, then this solution is called hypertonic solution. Look here, pi 3 is what? Hypotonic solution. The osmotic pressure of this solution, if the value of pi 3 is less than that of pi 1 or pi 2, if the concentration the osmotic pressure of this solution, that is pi 3, is less than that of pi 1 or pi 2, then this solution is called hypotonic solution. Now from this concept, what type of questions are asked in exam? What type of questions are asked in exam? See, the first question, what will happen? Just listen carefully the question. What will happen if RBC is kept in hypertonic solution? Now when we are talking about this pi 1 and pi 2, that isotonic solution, what is the standard? That standard is a concentration of blood, and the concentration of blood is 0.9 mass by 0.9 mole by mass by volume, 0.9% mass by volume. This is the standard. Okay, this is the standard concentration. Okay, if the concentration is this one, then the two containers containing two different solutions, we having the concentration 0.9% by mass volume, then that is called isotonic solution. If the particular solution is having more concentration than this, then that is called hypertonic solution. And if the concentration of any solution is less than this concentration, then that solution is called hypotonic solution. Now what type of question I was discussing, that if RBC is kept in a hypertonic solution, what will happen? First case, first choice, RBC will shrink. Second, RBC will burst. Next, either shrink or burst. And the fourth option is none of the above, none of the above. Now what is the answer of this question? So the answer of this question you need to write in the comment section. Whoever know the answer of this question, they will write the answer of this question in the comment section. Let me see how many of you are able to answer this. Okay, answer of this question you write in the comment section. The same question may be asked for this solution also. Now the same question may be asked for the first type of solution, that is hypotonic solution. How? Simply, if an RBC is kept in hypotonic solution, what will happen? All the same options for What is the answer? And if RBC is kept in an isotonic solution, then what will happen? So these are the important questions. Okay. Now one medical term is there, that is called edema. The next, that is a medical condition, edema. Star point, edema. This is a medical condition. Okay. What is the meaning of edema? First of all, what have we seen, that what is osmosis? Osmosis means the movement of water molecules. The movement of water molecules from lower concentration to higher concentration in general. That is the standard definition of osmosis. And next, what is edema? Edema means what? See, those persons who are taking extra salt or more salt in their diet. Those persons who are taking more salt in their diet. What happens? The concentration is more. Then with what will happen? This is the cell. This is the cell in which concentration is more. Concentration is more, and this is the nearby cell. And here it is water or plasma around it. Let us see, intercellular space, ICS. Intercellular space means what? The space between two cells. What is there? Liquid is there, that is called intercellular liquid or fluid. Okay, in that fluid water is there. In this one, the concentration, this is cell, this is also cell, and this is ICS, intercellular space. Here it is high concentration due to this one, more salt in diet. Higher concentration, here it is water present. Water will get entry into the cell. Then in that condition, the cell will swell. And such type of persons which are taking more salt in their diet, they will become little fatty. And when they are visiting the doctor, surely they will be the patient of blood pressure at a certain stage of their life. Okay. And ultimately they have to visit the doctor, and then doctor will ask them that decrease the amount of salt in your diet. One more point is there, that is reverse osmosis. What is reverse osmosis? Just you remember, just you try to recall the first diagram. Two containers which were connected. Let it be here salt water, sea water. And here it is normal water. Here it is SPM, semi-permeable membrane, and here it is pressure. With the help of piston we are applying salt water, and here it is also one piston. Now here this is piston, earlier, just you remember the previous diagram, the same thing happened there, that pi plus PATM. PATM is what? Normal atmospheric pressure, and here it is PATM. What is the value of this pi? What is this pi called? Osmotic pressure. Okay. Now what is the meaning? Osmotic pressure, if we are applying more pressure, then this process will stop. Okay. If we are applying this force, osmotic pressure, then the movement of water molecules will get stopped. Okay. Now just you remove this pressure from here and then you put it here. Okay. Actually this is already here. Now if you put this pressure here in sea water, then what will happen? The water movement will start here in this way. Okay, so the water molecules from sea water, pure water molecules from sea water get separated, okay, and they will be collected in this one. This is called reverse osmosis, just opposite of osmosis, reverse osmosis, and it is very important phenomenon as it is used in desalination plants. This is different plant that we know, green plant. Okay, this is a place where the work of desalination is done. Okay, what is done in this one? The pure water is obtained from salt water or sea water. Okay, and there are certain countries which do not have a good amount of potable water, so they are dependent on these desalination plants. Okay, especially Gulf countries. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Next part we will be taking in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.